Hi. Welcome. I just have to apologise for the traffic outside. It's horrendous, I know. I can't find anywhere else that is quieter in this entire house, and I'm not where I usually am, so I can't just close the window and all of the traffic goes away. This week, the book that I have read is, or reread actually, is Tomorrow When the War Began by John Marsden. Last week I finished watching the TV series that ABC2 has just finished putting out, and it was brilliant. It was really good. I hadn't read the books for many years, and then I rewatched the show, and that was really good because I was like, oh, I remember this happening, and I didn't remember that actually that was somebody else that had it happened to, or like, I didn't see all the little discrepancies that, now that I've read the book, of course I do. But the TV series was a really good reflection of it, except for the very last episode, which kind of it just wasn't done as well as the rest of the season. The book is really good. The book changed me when I read it when I was a teenager. I was about 14 and I just really related to Ellie and her voice, and she's the main protagonist. So what happens is Australia gets invaded, and I read this book for the first time pre-September 11, and the idea of Australia being invaded really was crazy. Like, it was really out there. I really had no connection to what was happening in Ireland or the rest of the world, and war was a foreign concept that happened to my grandparents. Like, that didn't happen to me, it didn't happen to my family. And so when I read the book for the first time, I was like, oh my god, crazy shit's going down. Which I think probably wouldn't have quite as much of an impact these days because of all of the terrorism, and the world sort of social climate at the moment is quite different to what it was in the probably late 90s when I read this. It's really interesting looking at it then and now. I also read it in the probably 2006, 5-ish. I reread it then too, so I've read it maybe 4 or 5 times, and I really enjoy it every time. This time I think I'm a little bit more grown up, so it took me a little bit longer to get into the voice of Ellie, into the character, and the book was a bit slower to read to start with, but then I was just snapped straight back into it, and I was like, oh yes, this is it, this is the story I love. John Marsden is one of my favourite authors of all time. I spent some time down at his estate at a class that he taught, and it was just really fantastic getting to learn firsthand from him. That experience was really good, and I'll always hold John Marsden on a bit of a pedestal, I think. But that's always a dangerous place to put someone. It's a good read. It's very much young adult fiction. And I think it was really of my age. Like, when I read this book when it came out and it was exciting, I was like 13 or 14 and Ellie was 17, and the things that she was doing, I was like, wow, what if I could experience, like, would I be able to do that? What if it was me? The whole story it's got good morals and values, and I think a lot of them have stuck with me all throughout the years, and that's a really good thing. So yes, this was Tomorrow When the War Began. The TV series is really good, which made me do the reread. Positive experience all around. Alright, I'll see you later for another video. Bye guys. How do you turn this thing off? Oh, how do you...